And y'all still talking about help Ukraine. And we got people that Americans, I can take you right around the corner, they're homeless veterans that can't get no help.
That's right.
But we got money for Ukraine. And then they gonna talk about when you say help Americans first, this is Russian propaganda. When you start talking about put Americans first, is Russian propaganda. I mean, what more are we gonna do for Ukraine? That let them account for the money that they done out. What about the billions of dollars that's missing that they can't account for? And you still want more. I mean, come on, man. And yet Americans are suffering. Stay, don't come over here, okay?
Inside the White House, Volodymyr Zelensky is getting a scolding from the President of the United States and the Vice President. Quite heated words. He's been accused of playing with the lives of millions. They've criticized him for not being grateful for all the support that the United States has offered to Ukraine. It is getting quite heated inside the meeting as the new administration does not seem to share the kind of blind admiration that Zelensky got from the previous administration in the White House. It's getting rather heated as J.D. Vance called out Zelensky for campaigning for his opponent in the election. This is quite an exciting moment where we're seeing a real shift in how the Ukrainian leader is treated inside the U.S. government and in the halls of power.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position
on
to
this question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to
respect
you.
to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should
Have
have.
you said thank you once?
A lot
Entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
So, as you can see behind me, the Ukrainian propaganda networks are gathering the crowd around them to make it look like they have a big crowd of supporters out here. They don't actually have a huge crowd of supporters, but Ukrainian television is just basically propaganda. They're huddling a bunch of people around the camera to give the impression there's a bunch of Ukrainians out here. There's not. In fact, there's a man here who disagrees with them, who's giving them the business. It's kind of amazing. The Ukrainian television is just blatantly propaganda. I mean, they're just huddled around the reporter. It's completely fake.
Then too, how come you ain't over there in Ukraine? But you over here where it's safe. See, you won't go over there and do that, talk all that talk, but you'll come to America and do that. So why don't you go over to Ukraine and make it better? You're scared to do that. Man, hey dude, take that energy somewhere else. This is America, man. You can't tell me what to do. I live here. How you think you're going to tell me what to do? How long you been here? Nobody I want to hear it. I got the right to say it, whether you want to hear it or not. Okay, so go on, man. Go ahead on, dude. You barking up the right tree.
I'm not barking.
You barking up the right tree. You barking up the right tree. I got to tell. I can protest. I'm protesting against you, because I think it's time to put America first. That's what I think. I think all this money we sending to Ukraine, we need to put that to some of the needs of Americans.
Yep.
That's what we need to do. Because we done gave them over $200 billion. How much more do they need?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Over $200 billion, and a lot of that ain't even accounted for. How much more can we give Ukraine? Okay? I mean, seriously. So you know, y'all coming out here talking about stand with America.
That's right.
All right? Give the police officers and the teachers a raise.
That's right.
Okay? Help the people down there from Hurricane Helene in North Carolina that's still suffering. Why don't you send some money to them? You know, you got Ukrainians getting Social Security. We paying pensions in Ukraine. We paying Social Security benefits to Ukrainians that they didn't even earn. And Americans are suffering. Something wrong with that picture, man.
Donald Trump ran for office on a platform that he would end the Ukraine war, and he didn't care about who won, but rather he would bring the killing to an end. And now we are seeing a historic moment inside the White House. J.D. Vance and President Donald Trump are laying the law down to Zelensky, calling out his ungrateful behavior. Donald Trump accused him with playing with the lives of millions of people and escalating toward World War III. This is really unprecedented. We are seeing a dramatic shift. Zelensky could do no wrong as far as Biden and the Democrats were concerned. He was welcomed to Congress. They rolled out the red carpet for him. But now it looks like the Ukraine scam is coming to an end. Billions and billions of American taxpayer dollars have been pumped into prolonging this war that never should have happened. And it looks like that is changing with the new administration. This is a very, very big day. I am really glad to be outside in front of the White House as this is happening. I did not expect this.